Alright friends, Baltmatrix here, and today we are taking a look at yet another fish boy. This is Transformers Generation Select's C.Con's Overbite. And Overbite was provided to me by my good friend Grimlockamus. Now, moving on to Skycam, we're going to open it up and take a look at what is inside. The figure is packaged in fish mode. We got a fist here, a weapon, that's another sword, like one of the other figures that I've already reviewed, and a gun. Let's get him out of the box, out of all these zip ties, and take a look up close. 14 cuts later, we have freed our little Shark Boy out of his packaging and his accessories. The Shark Boy is really nicely colored. I appreciate the just bright, vibrant colors we've got going on with this guy. And I think he actually is able to stand a little bit better than the coelacanth. Opening the mouth. Hey, he's got some really nice chompers in there. I really appreciate the fact that Takara went and painted the teeth, and then the inside of the mouth is also painted. He's got nice bright red in there. I really like that. The overall aesthetic of the shark mode is really good. It's really good, and I love the little Decepticon symbol here at the top of the dorsal fin. Transformation is very easy. His front arms are obviously going to become his robot arms because he shares this mold with Ripper Snapper. And then we take the leg or the rear of the fish mode and unpeg the bottom of the legs, lift the head up so we can unpeg the top of the legs. And come on. There we go. Fold those legs down and then flip these up and peg them into place. Flip the tail fin up, fold the, well, we don't have to fold the toes up, peg them in, turn the legs 180 degrees, and simply split the legs and stand the figure up. Turn the head around 180 degrees, and then come to the back and just kind of work the shark head. Work the shark head until it pops out of place. Reattaching the shark head is very easy. Fold the shark head all the way down, and then flip it like this. And it really should peg into place, but it doesn't really, simply because there is a joint, an extra joint behind the shark head. This pin is incredibly tight. So it's so tight that the other joints have a tendency to become unpegged as soon as you try to move it. So that is a slight flaw in the figure, not a deal breaker though. Eventually, after fiddling with it for a few minutes, you do want to get it looking like this, where the little hook or the little hinges there are bending outward, and then the fish dorsal part is kind of going up into his backpack, and then the head is supposed to peg nicely into these slots. Well, it kind of doesn't. So it just kind of rests there and has a tendency to flop about a little bit. It's not a big deal, but it is a little bit annoying. The other annoying thing that I don't like about the robot mode is there's no easy way to fold up the feet. The big fish feet, they just kind of stick off like that. You can fold them up like this, but that looks real bad. The directions actually just have you just put them straight out like this, and it's fine. It's just me being a nitpicking nincompoop. The overall look of Overbite is pretty darn good, and I like the fact that he can hold the blaster and the sword pretty darn easily. But man, that head sculpt is just so good. It's bright, it's vibrant, it's got nice color definition. Yeah, the head is just mostly teal or blue, but that faceplate being gold, it works incredibly well with the gold shoulder pads, and then the bright red eyes. I really like it a lot. I really dig the overall look of this guy. It just works well. I just wish the shark head would peg in nicely. That's most likely a fault on my part. Head is on a ball joint, can look up that much, can look down that much. There is a hinge joint inside the shoulder, ball joint on the outside, ball joint at the elbow, swivels on the fists, swivel for torso, though unlike some of the others, it doesn't really lock into place anywhere. Ball joint in the legs, swivel at the thigh, bend at the knee 90 degrees. Unfortunately, no foot articulation. We're going to start off the transformation into a limb mode with just the arm, because that's simply fold the head up into the torso, place the shark head back back where it was for the beast mode, and then fold the arms backwards like so, and peg them into place in these large slots in the back, like that. Combine the legs, and then here, if you want, you can point the feet straight, if you feel like it, and just turn the hips like that. So this is loosely what the arm mode is supposed to look like. Oops, that head's not supposed to pop off. Getting the figure into foot mode is simply partially returning the bot into its, well, shark mode, pointing the arms straight back, flatten out the feet, and then get the head to peg into those little peg slots like this. And then we just put it on its foot that is included with a snap trap. And yeah, that's pretty much the foot mode. And then the gun mode is moving the connector port down, flipping the arms back around and pegging them into place, flipping the feet forward, and simply plugging in the gun to the top like that. That's literally it. And as you can see, you can attach the weapons directly to the shark mode. Now the directions do have you folding them around and pointing them towards the back. I kind of just point them towards the front. That's just me. There are some very minor QC issues with this figure. Specifically, these clips, or these little pegs that the shark head uses to peg into spots, are already showing marring, and I've only transformed the bot like 2 or 3 times, and they're already threatening to break off. And the joints here, specifically these ball joints for the rear fish legs, are a little bit on the loose side. Nothing a little bit of pledge won't hurt. So, folks, should you pick this one up, if you're going to pick up all the C-Cons, I definitely recommend it. I really do like this figure. I think it looks really cool and is a lot of fun. And let's face it, a giant walking shark is terrifying. So folks, what do you think of this figure? Let me know down in the comments. Be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. Hit those thumbs up or thumbs down, depending on what you thought of the video. And be sure to follow the link in the description to my Patreon. Your monthly financial contribution is going to help me keep the lights on. Thank you so much for watching. A big thanks to Grimlockamus for lending me this figure. I'm Baltmatrix, and I'll catch you next time.